Welcome to one of my live stream lectures this early this morning while I'm out here getting my walking and exercise in this morning before I start my day. And before we get started, don't forget to mark your calendar. I'm going to do that relational lecture September 29th starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to present information on the winning format I use to write my winning manuscript to my book title, Awake Financial Freedom. In my book, my manuscript was accepted by two world-renowned publishing companies. So make sure you mark your calendar and tune in. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important lecture, which is what are you going to do about your credit card debt? If you have credit card debt, the thought-provoking question is, what are you going to do about your credit card debt? You know, credit card spending is out of control. You know, you got people, everyday people, you may be even one of them listening to this lecture, drowning in a sea of credit card debt. You know, and a lot of that credit card debt can be a result of people with all of their hyper spending. They literally are financing their life away. Literally. I mean, they're spending, their paycheck is spent before they got it. They're using credit cards for even everyday purchases. You know, gas, groceries. Unfortunately, they're using their credit cards to pay everyday bills. So when they get paid from their job, that money is gone. All of that high interest rate you paying on that credit card bill. And then what results in digging that hole deeper is when the credit card bill come, they're only paying the minimum. That minimum payment that is being sent in ain't even touching the principal. And that ain't counting your real bills. You got some real bills, your rent, your mortgage, your car note, your light bill, taking care of the kids. Some people got school loan, and you got real bills. And a credit card bill is a new bill. A credit card bill ain't got nothing to do with your real bills in your household. And it's out of control. And I'm going to tell you something. I'll talk about this credit card debt in my book title, Awake Financial Freedom. When God gave me the skills to rise above my financial situation in 2012, I hadn't owned a credit card since 2012. So you're talking about 12 years of my life where I made the decision, once I got tired of living in a sea of debt. Credit card wasn't the only debt I had. I was drowning in a sea of debt, multiple credit card debts, maxed out on all of them. Credit card debts in default. This thing is real. And when I got tired of living like that, and I had my spiritual awakening in 2012, the transformation of Marie Holiday begun. You do not believe in this myth. You need a credit card in society. Because I'm going to tell you the tips and strategies I use to break the chains of credit card slavery and debt slavery. The first thing I did to break the credit card slavery was when I sat down and I wrote down every bill in the world I had at that time. Then I really took a look at my bills and I began to cross out everything that I can live without. Because a lot of times we're spending a lot of money on stuff that we really don't need, especially when you're trying to get out of debt. You know, number one, eliminate all of the hyper spending. You may have to cut back on a lot of those weekend trips, cut back on charging everything and anything, cut back on shopping online, cut back on the hyper spending, and get charge of your finances. And then develop a strategy plan to start paying off that debt, getting rid of those, paying off that credit card debt. And don't just pay it off. Cut the card, call the credit card company, and close the account, people. This is real. When I got serious about my finances in 2012, I'm telling you, that had a direct impact on giving me more disposable income to start pumping up my retirement accounts, my 401s, my financial portfolio, and it set the stage for me to retire years early in September of 2023, and the rest is history. I mean, because I'm telling you, you hear about all these people saying they're drowning in not just credit card debt, but they're drowning in debt and all of this high cost of living. But I'm here to tell you, when you begin to change your mindset, because there are a lot of people out there similar to me talking about the strategies they're using to prosper. There you go. Because if all you listening to is negative and how hard times are, there are a lot of people just like me, talking about the secret in terms of how to prosper and to build your emergency account, to build your financial portfolio, to live debt-free. And it's real, people. This thing is real. And one of the key things you got to do when you start eliminating that debt or credit card debt, once you come up with that game plan, as you pay off a credit card debt or you pay off any debt, close that account, then use that same money that you would have been spending on that credit card debt now to start pumping up your emergency savings account. That's critical right there. When you start coming up with a game plan and get out of that credit card debt, and as you pay off one credit card and the second credit card, all that money that you have been giving away to corporate America to make them billionaires. There you go. Yeah, you're making somebody else a billionaire. Take that same money, and now you start pumping it extra into your retirement, your financial portfolio, building up that emergency savings account. It's critical to start building that emergency savings account up. Get that first 1,000 in that account, that first 2,000, that first 5,000, that first 10,000 in your emergency savings account. That's power, people. So when a financial emergency come up, then you now are pulling from your emergency savings account to deal with that financial emergency, eliminate those credit cards. You do not need a credit card to live in society. I have not owned a credit card in 12 years. When I need to swipe something, I use my debit card, and that money is coming directly out of my checking account. And that'll teach you how to budget your money. That'll teach you how to budget your money. So when I swipe my debit card, I'm not creating new debt. That money coming out of my account. That's the power of learning emotional maturity to master your money, to budget your money, to control your money and get out of debt. It's real, people. I have traveled abroad. I have traveled. I took a guided tour to Cairo, Egypt. I'm getting ready to go to Italy and Rome in November, and I use my debit card when I have to travel abroad. You do not need a credit card. Don't believe that myth that you need a credit card. No, you can use your debit card just like a credit card, but the only difference is that money is coming out of your checking account, and the power of it is you ain't creating no new debt and you don't owe nobody nothing. That's power. Just imagine for a moment you were to wake up tomorrow morning and all of the credit card debt you have is gone. It has been eliminated. It has been wiped out. You owe nobody nothing. And then what a lot of people do when they get out of credit card debt, this is real talk. They turn their behind right around and mites out those credit cards again, and you're defeating the purpose. You're making corporate America, you're making these billionaires wealthier and wealthier and wealthier, and you're keeping yourself a slavery to debt. You're never going to be able to get ahead. That you're digging that hole, and that's, you know what? That's what they want you to do. They want you to have that mindset, oh, I got to have a credit card. I got to have a credit card for emergencies. Well, that's the purpose of building up your emergency savings account. Solution right there. Oh, I gotta have a credit card to travel. No, I have traveled to Cairo, Egypt in December of 2023, and we went to multiple locations within Africa, and I used my debit card to do that. I hadn't owned a debit card in 12 years. So stop believing that myth That society want to program your mind to thinking you need that debt, that credit card so you can stay in debt. And, people be telling themselves, oh, I got to have a credit card to raise my credit score. But let me tell you something. I ain't owned a credit card in over 12 years, and my credit score is well over 800 plus and still rising. It's been rising and rising and rising ever since I eliminate credit cards. There are many things in life that has an impact on your credit score. And one of those things that has an impact on your credit score is your debt to income ratio. If you got a lot of debt that reflects on your credit score, on your credit report, that's going to have a negative impact on lowering your credit score because your debt's so high. You become a risk factor. Ain't no lender going to want to lend you nothing because they're going to pull that credit report and see you got 10 credit cards, you $50,000 or $67,000 in debt on credit card debt, your mortgage on your credit report, your school loan on your credit report, foreclosures on your credit report, all this stuff on your credit report. That's going to have a direct impact on that score. So stop having that mindset that you got to have a credit card. Well, then people say, well, what about when the emergency come up? That's the purpose of beginning to budget and plan and start saving and pumping money into your emergency savings account. Treat that emergency savings account like a bill and begin to see that money rise and rise and rise. Start out by getting that first $1,000 in your emergency savings account and keep it going and keep it going and keep it going. Start paying off those credit cards. Cut those credit cards up. Go call that credit card company. Close out that account so you can regain your life and stop making corporate America rich. Because the cost of living is already high enough. So why would you want to create new debt? Why would you want to create more and more and more credit card debt, paying all that high interest, and you got your regular bills in your household? To me, that don't make no sense. I'm keeping this thing real. It's a powerful thing when your debt is so low. Then you got all this extra disposable income, so you can now start focusing on building your financial portfolio, increase money going into your emergency savings account. Get that first 2 months worth of money sitting in your emergency savings account. 3 months worth of money that'll cover 3 months worth of bills in your emergency savings account. 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. That's power, people. That's power. That's power, but you gotta start somewhere. You got to start now by shifting your mindset, because a lot of people creating their own financial destruction. Because they don't have the accountability and responsibility and claim ownership for their own hyper spending, creating their own financial destruction. I know people to go out and get a second job and they're still in debt. It's still in credit card debt. Ain't paid the first couple of credit cards off. So some say, what's the purpose of going out and getting a second job? They're going out there and get that second job, then they spend more. They spending and spending and spending like it's no tomorrow. You're on that Gerber wheel, getting nowhere. This is real talk, people. This is real talk. The cost of living ain't no higher than it was at any other time. It's just that we got to control our money. It's not about what amount of money you make. It's about who do you owe? What are your debts? What are your expenses? That's the key right there. And I'm here to tell you. So pass this information along in terms of what are you going to do about your credit card debt? Because this thing is real. That credit card debt ain't going nowhere. That debt going to show up on your credit report. That debt is going to have a negative impact on your credit score. It's going to knock that credit score down, because I'm going to tell you something. Your credit score plays a role in all aspects of your life, people. There's certain jobs that pull in your credit score. There's certain promotions. In order for you to get that promotion, they pull in your credit score. In order to join the military, any branch of the military, they pull in your credit score. If you want to make a large purchase, buy a car or a home or a boat, you know what? They pull in your credit score. And I'm telling you, this thing is real. Insurance companies, yeah. Car insurance companies, you know what? They pull in your credit score. They pulling that credit score. They get medical insurance. Trust me, they are pulling your credit score. It has an impact on all areas of your life. And if your credit score is messed up, if you got all this debt showing up on your credit, on your credit report, and your credit score is low, it is going to have a negative impact on every single area of your life until you take charge. It ain't about just credit card bills. It's about bills as a whole that's showing up on your credit report that's in default and derogatory, and your debt so high to the point all of your money gone before you even get paid. And that's real talk. And some people all their money gone because they got so many multiple credit cards and personal loans. They money gone before they even get paid. And you know what? They ain't even paid their real bills. They ain't even paid their rent. They ain't even paid their mortgage. They ain't even paid their car note. They ain't even paid their light bill. They ain't even bought no groceries. All because that money gone from all these other bills, credit card bills and personal loans that they have created throughout the month. And I'm here to tell you, this is real talk. So pass this information along. Don't forget to mark your calendar for September the 29th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna do that relational lecture on the winning format I use to write my manuscript for Awake Financial Freedom. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm leaving the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.